Hello, hello, my beautiful fire signs. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, how are you? Welcome to your April reading. We are looking more so for love, but we'll see whatever else shows up. We will go into that as well. So, April of 2024. Thank you so much for being here, as usual. And just to let you know, the individual love readings are on Patreon, so do consider joining us on Patreon and supporting this channel. For more love readings, you will find the link beneath this video. Also, random questions that are asked on Divine Debut 12, you can get the link beneath this video as well. They're usually around love more so. Just random questions that are answered there using only tarot. Let's see for fire signs in April, which is generally the Aries season. Not an easy month at all. So let's see what's showing up, calling on our angels to guide us. What is the Karma Dharma in the month of April, generally speaking, more so in love? Do check out your sun, moon, rising, your Venus placement, Mars placement, and North Node. We've got the Chariot, and it speaks to move. So move does mean change. It can also speak to overcoming any obstacles. We know Cancer rules the 4th house, so it speaks to our personal life. I'm saying I've got a moon in Leo. So move means overcoming obstacles relative to our emotional personal life. This could possibly speak to a house move as well. Some sort of transition, movement, travel. But moving towards victory more so. Let's see what the 5-card spread shows for my fire element. We've got some challenges. April is an eclipse month, but we've also got some blessings. This month, we are coming into better energies, moving towards May. Let's see what's going on for Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Dear Spirit, what is possibly going on in the month of April? Let's look at the now. We've got Temperance. Where are you coming from in the distant past? The Sun. So we've got Sagittarius, Leo very strongly here showing up. 2 major arcana cards. Recent past, 7 of Wands. Crowning is the 5 of Swords. And the possible outcome is the Moon. Interesting. Interesting. The general energy is the 3 of Swords. There has been heartbreak, and there is also third parties here. I do see that with the 5 of Swords. I do see that also with the Moon, because the Moon is very secretive. In the now position, Spirit is saying healing will come in time. There's obviously been some sort of disappointment. It feels as though in the past there was more truth. There was more happiness in a particular relationship. Now the sun does speak to full-on happiness, but also a lot of openness, a lot of clarity, a lot of flirtatious energies. The Sun is also, remember, it's Leo, so a possible risk taken by someone in the past. Generally speaking, you've come from a happy place. In the recent past, there's friction, there's power dynamics, there's, okay, we got to a particular place of being successful because the 7 of Wands comes after the 6. But there can also be a little bit of friction, power dynamics, and a little bit of ego here, I'm going to say. There's something that's stalled this connection if you are thinking of someone in particular as we're doing this reading. in April. Remember, we had a new moon, a solar eclipse, a total solar eclipse in Aries. We've got the sun and the moon, the yin and the yang. Possibly something beginning that is connected to the past, because to a past connection, because Mercury is retrograding and bringing back issues and people from the past. Most of April, Mercury is retrograding. We're redirecting the energies, revisiting the past, needing to re-look at things, maybe because the Five of Swords is difficult situations relative to communication, but also perception. This is what's crowning and this is what's on your mind. Five of Swords. This could also be internal conflict relative to words, thoughts, but also fears about what is hidden. We've got a 7 and a 5, difficult numbers. And the moon, of course, there are doubts concerning the future. There is a lot of secrecy. Maybe that's why, the 7 of Wands is like someone pushing you away. But also some of you feel as though you've been putting so much effort, stamina, and, it's as though you've been fighting against the odds. There must be, for most of you, for a lot of you, there is a third party. We've got the 3 of Swords. 5 of Swords, obviously, usually shows 3 people in a situation. So there's a lot of secrecy, a lot of things that are not known. But Spirit is saying, be patient. Now, your fire means creation, but also means frustration when you need to wait. Waiting is not easy for you. Some of you are dealing with a foreigner, Jupiterian energies, someone that's at a distance to you. Therefore, you're not around them every day. Therefore, there's a lot of things that are unknown. It is impossible to know where, if there hasn't been communication, this is like I'm blocking, I'm putting sort of a wall up. I'm not communicating. Possibly also things that you don't know about pertaining to a particular person. Could be that they've got a lot that they're dealing with at this time. A lot that they're dealing with. I don't know if it's related to mother-child issues. If you're dealing with someone that is in another relationship, or even someone that's separated, they've got a lot on their plate, I feel here. Could be also legal issues, could be power dynamics, things going on in their personal life that you may not know about. Remember the Move card, and remember you can flip the energies if this is your story, if this is your life. It could be the person that's interested in you not knowing what's going on with you as well. Because if there is third parties, then there is fear that someone, because it's as though you don't know what's going on. It's like there's been no communication, there's been no interaction. Sometimes even coming to a conclusion about what's going on that may not be correct. So that's why we've got the doubts. We've got the doubt card here, but also Spirit is saying, trust your intuition. There's a lot that is unknown. Remember, with the new moon in Aries and Mercury retrograde, it's like revisiting the past. Something has opened up. Something is beginning. Aries is I, me, my. I need to take care of myself. That's where the North Node is. And we do have some blessings, though. Some sudden turnarounds with Jupiter, Uranus, that are going to bring some sort of a blessing in Taurus. Now, Taurus is an earth sign, so it's going to get you uncomfortable. It's not in a good aspect. This blessing is not in an easy aspect for my fire signs. I just wanted to say something and I just totally lost it. We'll see. Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. We've got a fair bit of air, so a lot to do with your communication or a lack thereof, or just trying to hide things, right? There are possible litigation. Someone could be going through separation, divorce, and therefore needing time. It's like Archangel Michael is saying, be patient. Something is something is going through major change. Maybe you're not meant to know yet. We've got a King of Pentacles here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, doesn't have to be. They could also have strong air in their chart. King of Pentacles is a father. King of Pentacles, usually someone quite dependable, someone very focused on their money, on their stability, on providing security to the family that they've built, if this is someone that has got another family. Could be a King of Pentacles who's going through some sort of litigation. Maybe they're not someone that opens up easily, but when they do, their words could be very cutting. Someone who uses a lot of logic, too much logic sometimes, is very practical, obviously. This is the minor arcana of the Emperor. This is someone that holds back. Four of Pentacles. This is someone that does fear opening up their heart. Maybe they've been hurt before. Maybe they're fearing being hurt. So you're probably dealing with an earth sign. Earth could have strong air. Let's not get stuck on the signs. Obviously, the Leo energy here. The sun can be quite egotistical. Someone who's quite, well known in their community, someone who's a leader. We know the King of Pentacles would be a leader, their own business. They could have people working, right, beneath them. So something to do with reputation, someone being very secretive. They don't want others. It's like they're keeping others at bay relative to what's going on with them, and you could be also included. I get a sense of, I'm not letting you in, not ready to let you in on my personal life and what's going on with me. Whereas it was very different. It was very different in the past. Someone getting buckled up. Let's see. Let's take the romance angels before we take more tarot. There will be tower moments. There will be aha moments, that changes that will be positive, but they may not be easy for you and your love connection, your love story. Let's see what's going on with the romance angels for my fire signs. I'm going to actually take one card for each sign from the romance angels. And those of you that are not aware, on the Twin Flame Soulmate reading that we did, the last one we did, I have given you an opportunity to get a personal love message from the romance angels if you comment yes please. So if you have not, maybe go to that video and comment beneath the video so I could take a personal love message just for you. Okay, so let's take a love message for Aries first of all. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so the playfulness card does speak to Leo for me, because Leo is the child that loves to go out and play, that loves to take risks, that is very flirtatious, very open about, what's going on in their heart. There's a lot of generosity of heart, but also a lot of play. So I don't know, dear Aries, if you're dealing with a Leo, could possibly be. Let's see, but in this month, this is the advice for you. Next sign after Aries is Leo. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. This is about self-love. It's about self-love. So I don't know, love yourself first it feels as though, my beautiful Leos, it's like someone's sort of concentrating on things that they need instead of being generous with you at this time in this month. Let's look at Sagittarius. New love for Sagittarius. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. New love, it could be a new love cycle. Okay, generally, let's see what's at the bottom. Generally, in the month of April as well, we've got separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So that's the general message, the card of separation, which, as I said, it doesn't say that you're fully, for many of you, going through a separation. This can happen, but it can also speak to time apart. Let's see what the advice is for fire in the month of April. What is the advice, please, Spirit? What is it that the fire signs need to know? Leo, also, I'm going to say that possibly Spirit is saying take back, or that you're taking back and loving yourself first, possibly because you have felt that coldness from the other person. So that may help. It may help, it may hinder. It'll be different for each of you. Remember, this is a general message. We've got exchanging gifts, but they're not coming in yet. They're blocked, they're limited. Energetically, they could be blocked, or it's timing. Now it's at number 27, which equals a 9. But you're almost at the end before some gifts come in. Gifts could be practical gifts. It could be action. It could be, a message that comes in that is a gift, or some news that you're finding out that could feel like a gift for you. Let's see. And with the exchanging gifts, that's in the reverse. This is like someone not reciprocating. Wow, but someone's ready to take a leap of faith, ready to take a gamble, and the dice also speaks to, there's 2 dice. Could be like someone in between 2 different situations. Also someone that is willing to take a risk. Someone that loves to gamble, or someone that does go to the casino. That was a Leo card for me. What's going on? We've got the mice. There are the dice again. Wow. And the scythe, which can speak to a breakup, but it can also speak to clearing things out. This is something very sudden. Something that's going to happen really, really suddenly and very hasty. And we know Aries energy is hasty. It's doing things, taking action before we actually think. And things like that, actions such as these, whether it's communication, whether it's, this could also speak to someone going through a separation process because they've made a choice. There are third parties. There's also a lot of worry with the mice. There's third parties. There's gossip. And, this hastiness will bring about some sort of an outcome that there are doubts. There are doubts. This could also speak to quickly clearing through the doubts, quickly clearing through the nebulousness. Let's see what we've got generally here. And we've got a divine masculine, more inclined to be water and earth. We did see a King of Pentacles there. Let's see where the psyche is concerned before we take more tarot. We see a divine masculine ready to make an offer here. This is someone very romantic, someone quite grounded. The boy next door, let's say. That's why I get earth very strongly, plus water here. Someone that's very laid back, doesn't handle stress very easily. someone who likes to get out in nature. You could see that they're barefoot. They are grounded, and they also very connected spiritually. Let's see, when we walk on the ground barefoot, that's when we feel the energies. Surely, this person is very sensitive, I would say. Very practical. Let's see what they're sitting on. They're sitting on a whip, so there's conflict around them internally. Possibly there's been conflict, whether there's been communication or not. There is internal conflict, or there are legalities concerning this divine masculine. Wow. Wow, everyone. We've got another divine masculine, someone that's more Martian, right? They hold Mars on their chest. So the conflict here could be that there are two options, right? That's what could be the conflict concerning this earth sign. Now, some of you may be dealing with another air sign, fire sign. Strong placement of Mars, nevertheless. Mars also rules Scorpio. So Aries, Scorpio comes through very strongly. Could be any sign at all, but someone that's more aggressive, more passionate, more masculine, they've got more masculine energy within them. Whereas this figure here is more feminine inclined. They've got more yin energy, so more romantic, more nurturing. Let's see what's going on with the psyche. What's going on in your emotional sector. Things that are unknown pertaining to someone's emotions, what they're holding back on. This could be your energy, could be your person's. Let's see what's going on. For fire signs, we've got forgiveness. We've got a divine masculine that is looking for forgiveness. We've got purge. Scorpio comes through. There may have been some sort of an ending, and they're asking for forgiveness. This breakup, where they've had time to think, and they've had time to go, and they've been going through some sort of a death process. This is bringing in the recognition of your relationship, what your relationship is truly, who you are in their lives. Now, masculine, feminine, remember, you can change the gender, okay? We've got karmic partner, new direction, wow, and mute. Okay, what I get here is that your person, obviously there's probably been a breakup, a stoppage where communication, open communication, there could be slight communication, but your person is not opening up. There's a lot that they're holding back from you that you don't know about. As I said, you can flip the energies around as well. We see that your person is taking a new direction relative to a karmic partner, because they've recognized through this death process that they've gone through, they've been grounded and humbled, but they're not communicating this yet. There's total silence. And I'm going to say, in the silence, pay attention to signs and synchronicities. There's telepathy always. If this is that important relationship that you are watching this video for, this reading, make sure to look outside for signs and synchronicities, because even when there isn't communication, there's telepathy. So they're sending you signals through other means. Looks like they need time. They've needed time to go through healing, but the healing could be for both of you. Look, there's a potential for a new start and an offer. This is like the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands for me, where, you'll be, this relationship will be balancing out. We see the chakras in alignment, but healing needs to take place. There is an offer that's coming in, possibly that you are don't know about. And there is also the admired. Your person could be admiring you from a distance while they're going through that metamorphosis. We see the butterflies here. There's admiration here from your person. They're watching you from a distance through social media, possibly. Let's take more cards and see. Why do we have Temperance here in the now? Yeah, there's exhaustion. It's been very hard waiting. The Nine of Wands. Someone's been beaten and physically exhausted, emotionally, mentally exhausted. Someone's thrown themselves into work, possibly trying or waiting for the right timing, for the right moment. The Nine of Wands says, okay, again, it's a wall. But yes, it's been very hard, whether this is your energy or your person's. It has been very hard, but you're coming to the end of that. That's a 9. That is a 9. And also I get that someone cannot handle the silence anymore. I'm getting that someone lost their best friend. Someone is not communicating with their best friend. And that is the extra heaviness that they're dealing with. It could be your energy, it could be your person. Let's take one more there. We've got Judgment, which is a moment of crisis, right? This is Pluto. It is Pluto, and this is Archangel Michael saying resurrection time. Decisions are going to be made, important decisions. Let's look at the foundation and the root of this reading, the past. See, 5 of Wands, other people involved here. Some of you don't come from the same part of the world. You may speak a different language, or even if you speak the same language, it's as though you came from different beliefs, or there's like confusion where your communication is concerned, which says there wasn't clear and concise communication. But also some of you may have fallen in love whilst you or your person is in another family connection. We've got a couple of 5s and a 7. Huge changes, challenging time, which is going to bear fruit concerning change. Right? Remember, 5s speak to changes. And this could also be internal conflict about what, the reality of the relationship was. Was it only sexual or was it true love? Let's see what the 7 of Wands speaks to. We've got the Page of Swords, Gemini energies, and the Star. Logic, too much logic, difficult choices, communication only through social media, possibly. Also, remember the Star. The Star is a card of hope, but it feels like that wish keeps. Every time you get close to it, there's always something that's blocking it. I feel someone here having used their logic too much and just dealing with other matters right now. It feels like that wish seems to be too far to grasp. Now, difficult decisions, as I said, because the Page of Swords, yes, is communication, but it is Gemini. It's difficulty in making decisions. But also the Page of Swords, this is like immaturity, where communication, something not being well-rounded. I do feel that the communication was very difficult here, which is sort of a big issue. Why do we have the 5 of Swords? We've got the 3 of Cups. On someone's mind, reconciliation is on their mind, but there's also fear that someone is not free. And a 3 of Wands, also physical distance. That is another issue here. Someone is fearing that their person has turned their back on them totally, and that their ship is not going to come to shore. It's not going to reach shore. Let's look at that Three of Swords. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We saw the King of Pentacles. Feels like the Divine Feminine in this connection. The Divine Feminine has had her heart broken. She could also be in another connection, another marriage. But look, we're going to have difficult conversations, quick communication, things being cleared out. There's talk of stability. There's talk of something long term. But there's also talk of possible separation and divorce. Let's see what the moon speaks to in the near future. We've got the Nine of Swords. Someone is not sleeping well, possibly also waiting on messages during the nighttime. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Someone's thrown themselves into work, trying to forget, or just, change their focus as they're not sleeping well. But also, what is unknown here is that someone's ready to put in the effort. Also, during the nighttime, I don't know if it's you or your person or both of you, you're checking old messages, you're looking very closely, trying to read between the lines. There's the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is the single person. We've got 8 and 9. Someone that knows their worth. Someone that is happily single and free. We've got a couple of 9s. We've got 3 9s. 9 is also the Hermit. Someone's seeing the light. Someone is receiving the wisdom. Someone is going internally. And remember what the cards also say here. There is some time of separation, time apart. Someone needs to gather up their resources, pick themselves up, love themselves, be able to stand on their own 2 feet. But I do feel that there's a lot of solitude here, a lot of loneliness. But remember that as I said, the 9s are one step before the completion. You're almost at a completion. 9 of Pentacles. Both the Queen and the King of Pentacles hold that 10th pentacle. I get here that there is a possibility of gifts being exchanged. If this relationship is the gift that you've been waiting on, it's coming, but it is a little bit stalled. Let's see. We've got the World card. The World card is having the ability to complete a cycle. Also, physical distance. Physical distance does play a major role. Let's read the exchanging gifts in the reverse, which is a number 27. The reversed message, which speaks to protection. Be careful what you pray for, because you just might get it. And then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but know you will have to walk away from, or even fail at it, because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because Spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life, where you find yourself in victim mode, in a codependent dynamic, or holding onto a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Being aware of the need for both give and take is the first step to your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. So obviously someone's they've taken back their power. This is what I feel. And for those of you that someone is not going to step up to the plate, I do feel that you'll be looking for new love, because the playfulness can also speak to flirtation, being open to dating. Someone is taking back their energy with the love yourself first. And new love could be a new cycle, but I do feel that going through separation, and that could be, obviously, this could be that some of you are going through a separation with a karmic partner, could be you or your person. What I do see is that there's a gamble being taken, is taking place. Someone's going to take a risk maybe that pays or doesn't pay off. Whatever it is, the scythe is a 10. It's like an ending. And after endings come new beginnings. Okay, so I want to take one card, one message on the scythe, and then I will take the love messages. We've got the lily. So this is a spiritual connection. Some of you are standing by, you're being very ethical, you're needing or wanting to do the right thing. All right, the King of Wands or King of Swords, which I would see in this card, they're more driven. Mars, more King of Wands energy. So they're more driven by their desires. They can be aggressive. They can be cutting where their words are concerned. And more risk-taking. Whereas this other masculine figure here, this would be more someone that's more ethical. What you see is what you get. They are very patient, maybe with fluctuating emotions, but someone that's more on the side of morality. Those of you that have been dealing with someone that was coming through as much more sexual, someone that's not giving you something more long-term, you could be cutting them out because they may be a player, right? They may have been a player. So you may be feeling as though they were your karmic partner and you're changing direction. Others of you, if this is a spiritual connection, your relationship is going through a purification process as you're working through this open wound. And that needs time to heal, okay? What's beneath the World card? And we've got the Four of Swords. You see, we had the 3 and the 4. Someone does need time. Someone does need time to heal. There hasn't been much communication. I do feel that there will be sudden and difficult communication. That's when, wow, okay. I'm going to say the thing hits the fan. That's going to be the testing moment where someone's going to make a decision, okay, to stand in their own power or to put effort into building a happy nest. But there's change, whatever is going on, there is change with the Chariot. Now these cards opened up already. I have been dreaming about you. I had been dreaming about you before I met you, and I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I will go with my gut. I can't get over you. I feel like a fool for leaving you. I got carried away. I didn't want to hurt you. It didn't mean anything. You're just someone I used to know. I want you with me. I want you to be mine. I can't live without you. I dreamt of you before I met you. Why did you cut me off just like that? I can't deal. I want to have a family with you. I love, love, love you, and you make me quiver. I'm hooked on you. You turn me on. So, my dear friends, I think I will leave it there. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. Some of you or your person is going through a separation with a karmic because true love has come in. I think I will leave it there. If you've received these messages on a personal, after having commented, yes, please, on the Twin Flame Soulmate readings of the past, maybe there's something in this reading for you. All right, so I hope that helps. Love and light. Thank you so much, my beautiful friends. Thank you for your support. for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, sharing, and also considering joining our family, our soul tribe on Patreon. Much love to all of you. Namaste.